What's up guys, MGH here and welcome to a brand new series on Football Manager. Now I really didn't want to do this because, you know, Southampton was a great series, it was a good start. I was learning, I was getting knowledge as I played. But basically guys, I stopped playing the Southampton one, I made a brand new one on my own with Arsenal and I got to learn the game so much more. And then when I logged back into my Southampton file, everything was just a mess and I really fricked it up. So what I wanted to do is talk to you guys on Twitter, and by the way, my Twitter is @officialmgh. A lot of people said the best thing to do is probably start a new one, and I've decided to go with Chelsea, as you've probably noticed. The reason I've gone with Chelsea is a lot of transfer activity has been happening with Chelsea, and I would like to sign those players myself, including Costa, David Luiz. Also some great youngsters in this team and some players who are getting quite old and I should probably look to move on. So it should be a good team to play with. I'm still a bit of an amateur at this game, so I think it will help having a lot of money as well. Chelsea do have a massive transfer budget on Football Manager like they do in real life, like they do in FIFA. And to be honest, guys, the base team is good enough to do well. So I thought Chelsea was the best idea. In second was Juventus, but I thought I'd stick to what I know best. And my knowledge in the English leagues is much better than it is in the Italian leagues. So there we go. The decision has been made. I'm going with Chelsea. Now, as you're watching this, I'm currently on my break in Sweden. So I'm going to be uploading these throughout the week while I'm gone. And hopefully you're going to enjoy it. If you do, please leave a like rating. But anyway, now the intro is over, let's get back into Football Manager. So the first thing I want to do is do the starting tactics. So you'll see I'm on my tactics page here. You can see I've added in some categories. I've learned so many things since doing the Southampton one. So thank you to everyone who left comments and things like that. So what I've got here is age, position, ability, potential, and their condition, morale, and height. Now, height doesn't really matter. I don't know why I've got that. But either way, the main ones I wanted to get in here were ability and potential. So if you're a keen FIFA career mode player like I am, you'll notice that here it's very similar to what you've got as the ratings in FIFA. So here, a 4-star player is, you know, pretty damn good. And their potential is, you know, 4.5, 5 stars. Very good indeed. And what you'll see is a lot of the Chelsea players are actually already on a pretty decent ability, but their potential is even higher. Players like Eden Hazard, Oscar, they've all got 4.5-star potentials there, which is, you know, really good indeed. So what we're going to do is we're going to go click on position and start off from the back. So obviously Petr Cech is coming in. The problem is, obviously, this is the 2013 roster, so that does mean Courtois is still out on loan, and I don't think I'll be able to bring him back. There'll be some sort of clause, or I don't know. I could look into it potentially in the next few episodes, but for now, let's just get the base team done. So Cech in goal for sure. Here, these guys are on winter breaks, is it? Oh no, sorry, they're wanted by a club. Okay, interesting. There's a reminder, I'm still not great at this game. I'm better though. We'll put Azpilicueta at left back, unless he's better on the right still. I'm not sure. Yeah, he's a natural on the right side on this game, so I'll probably play him on the right, although he is more of a left back these days. Right, John Terry we're going to put as the right centre back. John Terry is old, but he's still got it in my eyes. He's still fantastic. Gary Cahill on the left. I'm actually going to swap these guys around. I prefer Terry on the left, Cahill on the right. And at left back, it's difficult really. I've got Ashley Cole here, who's obviously gone to Roma. He's my only proper left back, so I'm going to have to put him in there for now. So that's the back four, or the back five. Now in the midfield, I don't know if I want defensive midfielders or if I want central midfielders, but looking at my team, the players that I want to play there tend to be more defensive, so I might drag this back here like that. I'll probably leave that as it is. I'm going to put Matic on the left side. He's a natural there, which is what you want. And Ramirez on the right. I think those two will do very well. They'll accomplished there. They'll play well nicely together there. So I'm guessing I'm going to have to move Ramirez up to get his full natural ability. Yeah, there we go. Maybe Ramirez isn't going to be starting and I go with someone like Mikel. He's just as good. Yeah, I'll go with Mikel. So two very defensive midfielders, both in their natural positions. Now, attacking-wise, who do I want? We want Eden Hazard on the left, for sure. He's only accomplished there. Does that mean I need to move him out to the far left? Natural, there we go. So maybe we'll go for far right as well. Oscar down the middle, absolutely where you want him to be. And on the right, I guess we go with Schürrle, or he's more of a left-sided, so maybe not him. It's a difficult one really because there's so many players I could use here. We've got Salah there, we could use him. Willian, I think Willian's going to be the best option, isn't he? And he's accomplished there, so unfortunately I can't really get him in a natural position unless I pull him in, but accomplished is obviously fine. There's nothing wrong with that, and I'm actually not feeling this Mikel and Matic. Maybe I should swap them out. Let's get Ramirez in and push him up a bit more of a central midfielder, and Matic can stay behind with the team. Now as striker we've got Eto'o, we've got Torres, we could even play Andrew Schürrle there, but Eto'o is the highest rated at the moment and has the best potential there, and he will do absolutely fine there. Right, in terms of on the bench, we're going to go with Mark Schwarzer as the goalie. He's 40 years old, absolutely crazy. We've got Ivanovic as the right back. Callas is injured at the moment, which is a shame. We've got David Luiz, who I'm going to try and sell, obviously. We then got Mikel, let's put him on the bench there. Baker is more of a reserve player. We'll put Lampard on there, although I'm looking to sell him as well to, if I can, the US League, which would be good. We've got Van Ginkel there, pretty decent player, nice youngster there. We've got Salah. I've heard some bad news about Salah. Apparently he could be going back to his home nation to potentially serve in the army, which is quite rough. If you're a footballer and you're just about breaking into a Premier League team, it's a bit of a bad situation to be in, isn't it? But then we're going to have Schürrle, Demba Ba, and Torres there. Now the reason I'm not having Swift is because obviously he's quite a young player there, probably wouldn't get into this team. Same with Lewis Baker. So what I'll do is I'll just put them at the bottom there because we need to fill up the bench. So there you go. In terms of mentality, what do I want us to play? I definitely think attacking is the way we should be playing, and I think we should be fluid. Team instructions, I'm going to go for more direct, or shall I go with retain? Well, this is about, being quicker. More retaining, maybe? Is that what I should be going for? I think keeping hold of the ball is very, very important. Maybe go for shorter passing as well. Pass into space, work the ball into the box, play out of defence, definitely. Hit early crosses and float them. We want to run at the defence, exploit the flanks, definitely. We want to play higher up. Stick to your positions? No, I'm quite happy to roam from positions. Allow wide players to swap. That happens a lot at some clubs these days. Do I want to play wide or narrow? If I'm exploiting the flanks, really I want to be wider, don't I? So we'll go with that. And I know you don't have to have all of these, but I want to kind of just get them all in as much as I can to change up the way this team plays. So I want to get stuck in, use tighter marking. I don't want to use the offside trap. I want to hassle my opponents. I want a higher tempo and be more expressive. There we go. Do I want to use the offside trap though? Will it cause me to concede more? We can try it, and if I keep conceding goals, maybe I'll try turning it off. So let's go ahead and click OK. So the next match is Volin. We need to, before we do anything, go into my staff responsibilities because I really don't want to be doing the friendlies, and that's the problem I had with Southampton. We got bored quickly of doing freaking friendlies, so I'm going to change that around. And you'll notice my name's Mourinho because obviously he hasn't been sacked, so I'm acting as Mourinho in this. So right, we've got staff recruitment here, hires, all of the stuff there, makes offers for first team, yeah. Contract negotiations for the youth team. Right, I'm going to give that to my youth development, Neil Bath. Finalise first team signings. That's fine, I want to do that. Young players for the future. I'm quite happy to do that, actually. Finds a new club. No, I'm going to give that to my director of football. Finds a new club for youth team players you've listed for transfer. Director of football again. Decides which first team players' contracts to extend. Yes, I will handle that. And I'll let my head of youth development do the next one. Sets assignment for the scouting team, chief scout. Yep. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Updates you on the players your scouts have found. Well, I want my chief scout doing that, don't I? Sets assignments. We'll give that to my director of football. Why not? Runs general training for squads. I want to do that. First team, right, so I want my assistant manager to arrange the friendly matches and attend... No, I'm going to attend press conferences. That's one thing Mourinho has in the bag. He is awesome at that. I want to give team talks, so I don't want to do that. Pre-match instructions on opposition players. Yes, I want him to do that. And manage his team in friendly matches. There we go. So he's going to arrange and he's going to play them, which is what we want. In terms of the under-21s, the manager... Dermot Drummy, what an awesome name. Same with him there. My personal assistant. Right, so ensure you're only contacted by agents about only future prospect or transfer listed players. Or I'll go with all players for now. When you scout a player, add him to your shortlist for indefinitely. I want to do that. When you offer a player to other clubs, I want them for 100% of the value, yes. When you offer a player to go out on loan to other clubs, loan fee should be for this percentage of his value, don't mind that. Monthly wages, I want 100% of wages back. Allow him to play in cup matches, yes. No, can't play against me. Yes, I want to allow him to be recalled from loan. Also list a player as available on loan so all clubs learn of his loan. Yes, that's fine. Right, so my backroom advice. This is something I need as much as I can get of because it's advice and I'm still learning. I'm just a lot better than I was before, I think, anyway, hopefully. I think every week might help me more than... Well, maybe I should go for every fortnight. Let's do that. Pick the member of staff to get advice from. I don't mind that, really. I can... It can just be random, I guess, unless I go for my director of football and everything. I don't think it matters. Okay, we'll just confirm that. There we go. So, it's looking good at the moment. If we go into my transfer activity here, my transfer budget is 36.7 million and the wages are 400k per week, which is pretty nice indeed. But at the moment, we're currently spending 2.3 million. My wage budget is massive, so I can probably do that and have even more money because I've still got 2.5 million there, meaning I can sign maybe one big player. And if I do that, I can sign probably 2 big players. So let's do that, which gives me 44 million. Holy crap, that is absolutely awesome. So what we're going to do is go ahead and search for some players to shortlist. Now, the first one I'm going to do is obviously Costa. Costa is a player that has signed for Chelsea. So we just need to find him. Diego Costa, there he is. So his report, 4-star there. He's an advanced forward up there, or can be a complete forward, a poacher. Look at some of these stats, though. Absolutely incredible. So we're going to go ahead, add to shortlist, and get a scout report. And what I'll do is I will declare interest for a transfer. And then we're going to look for... Obviously, we need to bring in a left-back because... one, I'm using Azpilicueta at right back, and 2, Ashley Cole is, well, he's going to be the only left back I've got, so I definitely need to bring in Luis. Let's go ahead and see if we can just find him like this. We need Felipe Luis. Felipe, is this guy? Yep, this is the dude. His report isn't as good as I thought it would be, actually. His potential is only 3 stars. Okay, that's interesting. I thought maybe he'd be a little bit better. He's actually not as good as Ashley Cole, but he's not going to get any better. That's interesting. What I'll do is I'll get a scout report, and then what I'll do is I'll find similar players. Let's see if there's anyone else. David Alaba, Leighton Baines. I could go for Baines, I guess. But Felipe is a realistic signing, so I think I'm going to stick with my guns. I'm just going to go with him. If all fails, I could go with Leighton Baines and things like that, right? So you'll see over here, by the way, I can ask my assistant manager to exclude certain players, like unrealistic transfers, players that wouldn't be interested, in terms of realism anyway. But that I'm happy with. Right, Fabregas was the other one. Let's go ahead. I'm really, really upset he's there, but according to Wenger, we don't need him. It's fair enough. Just a reminder, I have to type behind my mic. It's like I actually can't see it. That hasn't worked. Have I spelt it wrong or something? I'm not sure. Now I can't search Fabregas. Right, we'll just go with Cesc, see if that pops up. Right, Cesc Fabregas. We've got Azpilicueta there. Right, I'm going to go for Barcelona instead. And we'll see him there. Should be a bit better. Clubs. Barcelona B. Barcelona. Let's go to... Oh, I can propose a friendly. That's pretty cool. Let's go to players, and then let's find Cesc Fabregas. So position... He's an offensive midfielder, so not really what I'm looking for, but I want to sign him because he's been signed in real life. So let's get a scout report and declare interest for transfer. So there we go. We've got some questions from the 442 magazine here. You were reportedly made it clear that you are interested in signing Barcelona's central midfielder Cesc Fabregas. Passionately, I would love to make him part of the team. Oh yeah. Right, so good start to this one so far, guys. The team is ready. I've got some players on my shortlist. Hopefully, we will get some signings made in the next episode.